with the New York Jets. Two teams here playing for pride as the final week of the NFL season is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here goes, son. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Watch the screen. Pass.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Bell. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. With that run, double check my math, yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Open man is Robbie Anderson. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On second down, it's Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a first down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Looking to throw on second down. Darnold. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And Amendola with a catch. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
12 yards there and a first down. Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Amendola's got it, complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
First down, Jets.
49 to mud. 49 to mud. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Check three. Check three. Check three. Slam. Slam. Slam.
Now they'll try to sweep with Bell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. That's complete. It's Bell. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. It'll be a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Oh, let this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this will remain a scoreless game. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A gain of 5.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. From the 25 on 2nd down. Allen. And that's going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Allen maybe with a free play. And he's going to go down. But a penalty flag down as well, and if this is offsides, it's going to be a first. So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10. Now Scott. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. Forced out to his left. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Watch 54. Tight. Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
From the 24, Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing on first down is Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Allen. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Mike, 44. Middle. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Switch.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
On 2nd down, it's Bell. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Darnold from the gun. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain of 22. That's where Crowder makes his hay in the slot. Jets hoping to see more of that going forward. He signed with him in March after the last 4 seasons being in Washington. Had 3 pretty good years, then sort of tailed off last season due in large part to an ankle injury. And that would covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second and 11 now. Darnold. This will be caught by Brown. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 44-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang at Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On first down, it's Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it second and 14. Play action. It's Darnold. Being chased out left. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Jets on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Exit. 45, 45. Mike, 45. Man, that's trash. That's trash. 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Coming to you. Coming to you. Check. 45. Check.
Out of the shotgun. Here's Darnold. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On fourth down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
He's scared. Run. Rush in. Rush in.
Allen on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Defense wins championships, baby. Hey, watch that, watch that. Chase, team 6, team 6. So don't say nothing. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Allen, going to throw again. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot, and that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Ready? 45, Mike, 45.
Hey, Delta.
You Mike. 45 is the Mike.
And let's pin the mirrors back in touch.
Here's Darnold. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Darnold. A screen to Bell. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. 49.
A final shot before the break, Darnold. And that is going to be incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is taken at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
The second half starts with a carry by Bell. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Tremaine Edmonds, the Bills' leading tackler as a rookie last year, in on the stop there. They'll go again with Bell. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Ed Oliver in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Allen. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go. 5 wide. Hey, Zoo. 54 Mike.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he completes it to the tight end Knox. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Tight dog.
From just shy of midfield, Allen dancing to his left. Allen hit. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded at the 2.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
44's Mike. Check. You gonna get this, boy? You think you got it?
Allen eluding the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's good for 28 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. They showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try to chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on fourth down. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on fourth and very short. To the air, Allen. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And that will force a turnover on downs. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
You draw quarter.
Off of play action, Darnold, and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Lorenzo Alexander wreaking the defensive havoc. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now the toss to Bell running right. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. Again, it's Bell. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on fourth down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. Back now in Buffalo as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
It's coming this way, Here we go.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And this is incomplete. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Mike 54. Double dog. That's the way.
On first down, it's Turner. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. To throw, it's Allen, escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Throwing now is Allen. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Allen going to throw. He's got it. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run for it with Bo Scarborough. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it second and goal. They come out here in the eye. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. Allen now looks to throw. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. And it's a Bills touchdown. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
At the 29-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bell. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And it's caught by Herndon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. Bell running on 1st down as he'll push forward for about 3. A gain of 3, 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves him in pretty good shape.
Hatchet. Alert flare.
61, matchbox lights.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now it's Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Chris Herndon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
He's going to let it flop, and that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here we go.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shaq Lawson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. They'll run it with Bell. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bell. Le'Veon Bell. It's a foot race. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big run that time by Bell. Give him 40.